Hey everyone, it's Marv. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to take a different approach than a typical product review. I recently picked up the Schiit Gunnr, and while I was going to focus on just that, I realized my experience is tied to a broader story about my audio setup for gaming. So let's dive into it. First, let's talk about these headphones, the ZMF Caldera. I've really enjoyed them, but they took a back seat to some of my other ZMF favorites like the Verite and Atrium. Well, that's until now. You see, when I set up my new gaming PC, I wanted to experiment with something fresh. I had an ESP950 electrostatic headphone just gathering dust, and I figure, why not? I happen to have the iFi iESL Energizer, which allows me to use speaker power amps to drive electrostatic headphones. Basically, this doodad has transformers that boost the voltage to the hundreds of volts needed by these type of headphones. By pairing it with a Schiit Aegir 2 power amplifier, I have to say, hey, this is pretty awesome. I think I got a sound that's pretty close, where even surpasses, at least for my personal preferences, dedicated E-stat headphone amplifiers that cost 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times as much. So I started off with the ESP950 for gaming. It worked fine. The transients are sharp, clarity's excellent, but the sound stage felt a bit compact, closed in, lacking in depth, inside my head. So for the heck of it, I just tried out the ZMF Caldera. The Calderas or the ZMFs have always been known to have great head stage. And thanks to the iESL's ability to also handle traditional headphones, there's a step down that allows the use of power amps with regular headphones. I was in for a treat. The ability of the ZMF Caldera to project a sound in front of me, not inside my head, but actually in front of me. It was uncanny. It totally faked me out. It's really rare that this happens with headphones with me. Like other planers, Caldera is super clean, super low distortion. It's super helpful for discerning audio cues in games like Space Marine 2, where I'm shooting bolt rifles, throwing grenades, there are explosions, all sorts of stuff. So how does the Gunnr fit into all of this? The Caldera offers great imaging, but the soundstage can be too wide for gaming. And what I was aiming for was a consistent head stage in all directions to help me pinpoint enemy locations or they're firing from. In a game like Space Marine 2, you've got to be prepared for surprises, whether it's a swarm of Tyranids that love to spawn in from behind you, or Chaos Space Marines with their flamethrowers that take out all your armor and half your health. They love to teleport right behind your ass. Having a sound system that offers precise localization is crucial for staying alive, especially at the harder difficulty levels. The name of the game is 360-degree awareness. And this is when I get to the heart of the matter. The key feature I use on the Gunnr is the adjustable stereo width. I narrow it down to achieve a more balanced head stage with a Caldera. Schiit's got a upper mid-range tone control, which compensates for the frequency response changes when adjusting the stereo width. It would have been nice if there had been bass and treble controls, but the single knob serves a purpose while keeping things very simple. I've also noticed that cranking up the mid-range, it helps with important audio cues. It helps them cut through the mix of sound effects, ambient music, explosions, all that stuff. And plus, the latency, the low latency is definitely a bonus. Milliseconds will make a difference in gaming performance, whether it's network ping, display latency, mouse, keyboard response times. So final thoughts. I have to say I'm super happy with the Gunnr. I'm actually using this as a DAC volume control, stereo width control. The imaging is super precise. It's actually better than my surround sound setup on my other PC. Even with headphones, I can clearly identify sounds coming from behind me. At the end of the day, it's about creating a system that aligns with your goals, and I think I've done that with the Gunnr and the Caldera and everything in between. Now I know the setup I've got here. It's just ridiculous and pricey. So it'd be a total jerk if I didn't mention something more affordable. I think something like the Philips Fidelio X2. Pair that with a Gunnr using the headphone output straight out. You'll get fantastic sound and imaging. 85–90% of what I got here. Finally, quick tip, be sure to plug in the wall wart for the Gunnr. It'll work without it, but you'll miss out on extra volume and sound quality. And thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Happy gaming and see you in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more stuff. Also, I'll be giving away prizes that may require some physical gymnastics, but only to subscribers. So see you guys next time.